All right, welcome to TresMore. Thank you guys for being able to join tonight. This is our first webinar, so it's quiet, but I hope everyone's applauding with me. Clap, clap, clap. We're going to start this webinar because of our growing number of members with TresMore. TresMore was able to hit numbers that we have not been able to imagine in the last few months. I'm sure most of you are aware, and it's continuing to grow. My name is Justin. I'm the marketing VP here at Things Holdings. I've been taking the responsibility to start these English webinars, which will be held every Thursday. So today it's just a brief overview, like orientation, introduction. I wanted to go over our webinar schedule each week, and I wanted to go over our TresMore band, which you guys should be joining, and a couple of brief updates before we close. As you guys can see here, our webinar link is join.me@thanksmatrix. It's very easy to remember so that you guys can always type that in wherever you guys are at. We have posted it into our band and our Kaka groups. This should always be remembered in your head. Please feel free to invite others using that link. This link would always pop up. So each Thursday or Sunday, whatever days we have the meetings, we'll be using this link. And as you can tell, this is what I was talking about earlier. This is the top dock of icons here. Just in case you guys aren't familiar with it, it's pretty easy. Join.me has made it very user-friendly. The left side is the audio, just like how Maria had trouble with audio. I don't know if this is the problem, but you have to make sure that your audio is turned on. So you click that button, make sure that the computer audio is turned on. Chat, as you can tell, that's how we were communicating on Word since people are muted. Here's the screen. This is what I use to share my screen with you guys. And the members, where it shows our participant lists and numbers of people who are in, and the options menu for other setting option changes. So participants are going to be muted, of course, because while I do my presentation, we don't want it to be disturbed. And in the center here, this is the first thing you're going to see when you click in the webinar link. It's very simple. You just type in your username like you just did today and click join, so that if you guys invite others, they should have no problem joining in our webinar. Now, our schedule for our English TresMore webinar is scheduled for every Thursday, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, which will be 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So for those of you guys who made it today, you guys definitely know what time zone we are in, and you guys are on time. Please make sure to specify that it's 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I believe that's 9 a.m. in Korea. If you have friends in New York or Georgia, that'll be 8 p.m. So please make sure you guys give them the right time. We'll be posting these throughout our community social media pages all across the board, so they should be fine. And just make sure to join to receive TresMore training and news updates through these webinars. Now, it's also important that you guys join our band. So one of the most important parts that I want to cover today was that we created a TresMore band for our English webinars. So this is like an open public band for anyone to join who's part of our TresMore community. This is great, and making sure that we stay in touch, stay communicated. This is where we're going to be giving you guys updates on all of our new announcements that we have. For our weekly webinars, this is where we'll be posting like our next topic, what demonstration we're going to go over, tutorials that we're going to go over. If we're going to have like business presentations, like for our compensation plan, we'll be posting it on here. If there's any last minute schedule changes, we'll also be reporting them through our band. So it's very crucial that you guys stay updated with us so that no one's, disconnected. So please, if you don't have a band already, that you can download it on the App Store, or you could get it on Google Play for any mobile device that you guys use. But it's also available in your desktop as well. You just have to visit www.band.us. That's their homepage. And our band link address will be @TresMore USA. So you can see it right here. This is for our English speaking band. Currently, we have a Korean speaking webinar band as well at TresMore for you. If you guys have any Korean members in your team, this is a great opportunity for them to join here so that they can keep updated with our Korean webinar schedule as well, which will be scheduled for each Sunday, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and otherwise noted on the band. So it's very crucial to stay updated on our bands for possible schedule changes and topic announcements. Now, let me share with you guys some of our current updates. So to the left is our receipt cashback schedule. I just have a feeling like most people are generally concerned with their cashback, their payout, right, their schedule. I know there's so much to cover, but today I just want to give you guys a quick update on this, scratched the itch for most of you guys out there. So this is our current cashback schedule, and you can tell that June 14th, June 30th, that will be the period of which when you make transactions, collected the receipts, right? And you should have submitted those receipts on July 3rd. Upcoming cashback, the batch payment, should be on August 10th, which is next month. So that's our upcoming payment. So for those of you guys that have submitted your receipts for the latter half of June, submitted on July 3rd, you should be receiving the cash back on August 10th. Of course, after confirmation and inspection and making sure that the receipts are valid and up to date, up to code, you guys should be receiving that cash back. And as you can see, as it goes forward for the July receipt period, you'll be submitting them on August 3rd, right? So you'll be submitting them the first week next month for inspection, and then you'll be receiving that cash back the following month. So you can see the pattern here. Next, for August receipts, you'll be submitting them on the next following month, the 3rd, and then receive the cash back the next following month, the 10th. So it's the same pattern each month. It will be paid out on the 10th. So I hope that gives you guys an idea of how our schedule works for our receipts cash back. And I know that you guys have a lot more questions. I first really recommend you guys to check your back office. We have our FAQ list updated. I think it was updated on the 12th. It should pop up. We have an icon in your back office that shows the facts section. So the FAQ section should be able to answer most of the questions that you guys have regarding TresMore receipts, uploading stores, which receipts are valid, which stores are valid, which purchases are valid, how to register your card. Those specific details and on questions that most of us have should be answered in the FAQ section. I do understand that it can be somewhat ambiguous at times, but we are currently working to continuously update the FAQ section, make sure that it's up to date, making sure that it's clear as possible so that you guys can really get those answers. So I think the first homework today is to really check out that FAQ section to see if the questions you have are answered then. We are definitely aware that you guys have many questions. That's why we're currently updating our FAQ list. Next, we are also aware of the current issues that you guys are facing. I know that the company has been growing so quickly, so we definitely have scaling issues as well, but our tech support team have been addressing them appropriately. But we're definitely not flawless. We do have issues that occur rarely, occasionally with some of our members, and just know that our tech support team is aware of them. Issues such as store categories are not updating correctly. We've heard some issues where receipts are actually in the database, but are not visible to the user end. So some of the users were concerned that maybe the receipt wasn't in the database, but it seems that the receipts are successfully transferred over, but not visible on the user end. We are also working on that. We also have heard about languages other than English may be broken, right? So if it's Chinese or Korean, they are not completely coming out correctly. But we're working on all of those issues right now. And we know that there are more, and we're currently receiving all feedbacks, and our tech team is working their butt off to make sure that they are solved and resolved at the fastest time possible, to make sure that you guys are up and running, to make sure that you guys are not interrupted as you guys share the TresMore opportunity with others. So please also check the FAQ list for other questions, because some of the errors that are reported are actually not errors, and some of the concerns are actually answered through our FAQ list. So we want to make sure that most of your general questions or concerns are resolved just by our FAQ list. So I think it's very important to go through that first and get that first, wave of concerns or questions done. Next, we have our future webinar training demo, so that our webinars are going to be including more training, right? So it's going to be a lot of demos and tutorials. I wanted to make sure that I can go over how to upload the stores, how to upload the receipts, get a little bit more fond with the TresMore back office. I also wanted to cover how to purchase TresPasses. I know that the TresPass purchasing ordering can be quite confusing, but it's actually quite simple, and I want to show you guys. I hope that you guys were able to look at that and that it was helpful to you guys. But if not, I am also going to try to cover some of that through live training demos on our webinar. Also want to, if I have time and opportunity, I want to cover the CRM system as well. You guys do understand that our TresMore is backed up and powered by our Thanks Matrix platforms. You guys have a system that's a cashback system, but it's also supported with a CRM system. So it can supplement your business wherever you are. So it's a CRM system and platform that has so many functions, so many solutions within there. It's like an all-in-one solution, all in your back office. And I hope that you guys are able to explore it and get a little friendly and familiar with it. But if not, I also want to do like a brief overview, maybe go through some of those functions together so that you guys have a better understanding, and maybe you guys can also, it will help you guys train others as well. But we're trying to make the system user-friendly on the front end and on the back end, and make sure also that it is effective. It is also productive. And we're also going to be going over a lot more training demos, which is why we need you guys to stay updated on our band so that we'll announce, what topics we'll be facing this upcoming webinar. So you guys can also invite the appropriate, team members that you guys want to tune in. So yeah, I just want to end with that. I just want to also remind you guys that our next webinar will be on Thursday, the 27th, which is next Thursday, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, same time. Also wanted to remind you guys to please join our band for weekly updates. So if you guys are, wherever you guys are, please write it down. It's TresMore USA. But you guys will be able to download the app on your desktop if you visit www.band.us. If you / I forgot to add the @ but make sure that you have that email @ before the TresMore USA, and that should lead you to our page. And if not, you can also download it through your app store if you type in band. And that's the app that all of our company subsidiaries are using. Our corporate team is currently using that as well. It's very effective. We use it to chat with others. You can direct message them. You have group message. We have like a wall where we post all of our announcements shared throughout for all of our members. We have a calendar where we can set up schedules and events like our webinars today. We're going to be further developing them. This band right here, I just created today. So it's fresh, and we need people to come in. It's a great opportunity for you guys to invite other team members, new members that can get in and join in our TresMore community, stay updated. We know that that is the most significant part about succeeding in this industry, is to stay put together, stay and join a community, stay updated, and receive training each week. So that's what we're trying to implement through this webinar. And also for Korean members, make sure that you guys tune in this Sunday at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for our TresMore Korean webinar hosted by Daniel. And that'll be it. I hope that you guys were able to understand what this webinar is about. I didn't want it to load you or hit you guys with too much information on the first webinar. Just wanted to see how many people were able to participate. I'm definitely going to expect a lot more to join us next week, and I will also keep you guys posted on our band about what we're going to be covering next week as well. So thank you very much. Thanks for watching. Thanks, Matrix.